Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel again. Welcome back to health, lifestyle, and we basically do everything on this channel. It's like having everything under one roof. We do make detergents, we teach you how to make cards, we teach you new recipes, healthy juices and detoxes. We do teach you also about immigration, which is a segment we've just started recently, and it seems to be attracting more attention, guys. So thank you so much for liking our videos and subscribing and supporting us as well. Any questions, kindly just comment on the section below. I will put out my email address so that you can ask me any questions concerning immigration. But I'm just really thankful, guys, for the new subscribers who've come onto the family and are watching our videos. Kindly like, subscribe, comment and share our videos so that we can reach more people, and keep coming back for more, because there will always be something new for everyone and anyone. And for the returning subscribers, again, thank you so much for being here since day one. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing and sharing our videos and commenting as well. We are growing together as a channel. The subscribers number is going up, our viewership is growing, and we are just really grateful for everything, guys. So without further ado, let's get on to the next So in today's video, we are going to talk about the skilled worker visa, because I notice most people don't know much about the skilled worker visa, and I've just come to let you know what it is about. So basically, I've opened my Google Chrome and I'll just type skilled worker visa, and I want to do this for UK so that everyone can understand and we can go together. As you see my screen, so this is the first thing that pops up, and it's government UK, so 𝐺OV UK. And this is a legit website, because these guys post everything on this website about the type of visas that you should that you can get to see and learn about what visa, what specific visa requires what at the moment. But then again, today I just want us to discuss about skilled worker visa, because this is, apart from the family visa and study visa, this is the other common visa people are using to move into the European countries. And basically this site is where we are going to discuss everything. So guys, so this is the site and its name is @gov.uk. So this is where everything is, and this is basically a visa that allows you to come to or stay in the UK to do an eligible job with an approved employer. So this is the visa that previously, this visa was known as the Tier 2 General Work Visa. So currently it is called the Skilled Worker Visa, and it is the visa that most skilled workers such as doctors, nurses, radiographers, sonographers, dentists, vets, etc., that this is the kind of visa that they do use to come here into the European countries, UK, Ireland, whichever country in the European country. And basically this visa, it really helps, because it has so much to tell you about what you need to know, and some of the eligibility. One of them is your job. So to qualify for a skilled worker visa, you must ensure that you work for an employer that has been approved by the Home Office. Okay, so the Home Office has to approve your employer that they can issue the skill, that they can sponsor you for the skilled worker visa. Okay, so it's just not automatic that every employer or every company has been approved by the Home Office. So that is something you really need to understand and know, if that specific company has been approved by the Home Office to give you a certificate of sponsorship that helps you with visa application. And once you do your visa application, then you get the skilled worker visa. Okay, then the second one is they must have a certificate of sponsorship. You must have a certificate of sponsorship. That's what I'm talking about. So once you're done sending out your documents to the relevant employer or agent or agency, basically they are supposed to issue a certificate of sponsorship to you, and that certificate of sponsorship does state the role of which you have been offered in the UK, and it does state when your contract starts and when your contract finishes. Okay, so basically what happens is that once you receive this certificate of sponsorship, then you can proceed to apply for the skilled worker visa at the embassy. So without this certificate of sponsorship, then you really can't move forward to apply for a skilled worker visa. Okay, then you must also do a job that is on the list of eligible occupations, and as we browse down, we will get to see which kind of jobs are on the eligible occupations, and then you must be paid a minimum salary. How much depends on the type of work you do, again guys. So there must be a minimum salary, which they did this because they figured out that there's a way you have to sustain yourself when you come into this country, because you can't come under a skilled worker visa and be paid less than 20,000 pounds per year. So that is why they set a limit, so that you're able to survive with the standards of living in this country. So once if I open that, the specific eligibility depends on your job. So this is what we mean by the minimum salary for the type of work you'll be doing is whichever is the highest out of the following three options. So either you're paid whichever is the highest, so 25,600 pounds per year, or 10 pounds 0.10 pence per hour, or the going rate for which the type of work you will be doing. Okay, so basically you have to understand that your employer must be registered by the Home Office to issue a certificate of sponsorship. And again guys, without a certificate of sponsorship, you really can't move forward to get this skilled worker visa. So you really have to do your research and know if this company is allowed to issue a certificate of sponsorship and if they are registered. And again, you must also be paid this minimum salary, and this minimum salary of whichever is the highest, then again, just basically to ensure that you can survive in the country with the standards of living. Then the next thing you do is also you must check that your job is eligible. Okay, and there's a way they tell you to put a 4-digit occupation code, and you will get to know if your job is eligible. So here let's just see the jobs that are eligible. So everything is on this site, guys. So you must come and check on this site before starting to apply for anything. So if I go back up here, so these are the job types, the CEOs, the senior officials, production managers, etc. So these are the type of jobs which are offering skilled worker visas. They do have a shortage, and this is the most common shortage, especially health services and public health managers, social services managers. And basically what I know is that the healthcare sector usually has a really high deficit, and that is where most people how most people usually come into these countries, guys. So basically you need to do research and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing when you're starting to apply for this visa. And you must also have a confirmed job offer before you apply for your visa, because once you have your certificate, you must have a job offer, a job offer letter or a contract, and your certificate of sponsorship. Those are two things that also you will go with to the embassy to do your application for the skilled worker visa. So the second eligibility is you must prove your knowledge of English, guys. And if you're from Africa, you're required to either do the IELTS or the OET. So you must check which kind of examination to do, and one of these fine days I'll do a video between the two examinations, between the OET and the IELTS. Those two are English exams that are approved and are recognized, and some countries are usually excused from doing these English examinations. But basically, if you're from Africa, these examinations for English you must do. So you need to prove your knowledge of English, and as we go down, you will see that you must prove that you can read, write, speak, and understand English to at least the level B1 on the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages scale. Okay, so you can prove your knowledge of English by, so this basically is mostly for people who have been in the European countries. But then again, down here, it's who does not need to prove their English of knowledge, guys. So as I've told you, some countries and there are some nationalities whom are excused to do that English examination. Then this part is one of the most important parts, which says if you're a doctor, dentist, nurse, midwife, or vet, you do not need to prove your knowledge of English if you've already passed an English language assessment. So that English language assessment that is accepted by the relevant regulated professional body. So you must know what your company requires from you. Do they want the IELTS or do they want the OET? So you must know what they require from you. Okay, but I know they do require both, so you must know what exactly your company wants. Okay, so then again, you may be eligible for another type of visa, and basically this part just says that you're not bound by the skilled worker visa, but you're allowed to do the student visa, you're allowed to do the family visa, whichever type of visa. So everything is here listed here very well, and you can get to read more about that. Okay, so how long can you stay if you have the skilled worker visa? So basically they say that your visa can last for up to 5 years before you need to extend your visa, and you will need to apply or extend or update your visa when it expires, or if you change jobs or employer. So if by 5 years your visa expires, you will need to apply to extend the visa. Or if you change jobs, okay, or if you change your employer, if you're dissatisfied with a certain type of trust, or you feel like this certain type of trust is not meeting your needs, and you feel like you want to change your employer, you need to update your visa, okay, because your visa states that the certificate of sponsorship that you were given is the one that enabled application for that specific skilled worker visa. So everyone in that department knows that you're working in this certain trust. So if you want to change jobs from maybe a nurse to maybe what would I call it, maybe a vet, if you want to change maybe from a nurse to a supermarket attendant full-time, you need to update your visa, okay? Or if after 5 years your visa expires, you need to update it. So those are the two occasions you need to update or extend your visa. All right, so if you want to stay longer in the UK, you can apply to extend your visa as many times as you like, as long as you will meet the eligibility requirements, guys. So it's not an automatic extension. It's not an automatic extension. You have to be eligible to apply to extend. So there is also an eligibility criteria on that part, yeah. So they say here, after 5 years, you may be able to apply to settle permanently in the UK, which is also known as indefinite leave to remain, okay? So after 5 years, now you apply for, this is what we call now permanent residency, which will give you the right to work, live, and study here for as long as you like, and apply for benefits if you're eligible, okay? So basically, how to apply to settle permanently in the UK, guys, as I told you, everything is here on this website, guys. I have done videos. I've given you the nursing agencies that are taking people to the UK. I have given you I've done a culture shock, which will be very marked, especially from people coming from other cultures and backgrounds. I have told you how to get the best agencies and agents out there, how to look for the best immigration agencies. I've told you the best courses to do that will get you into these European countries, guys. So basically, what we're talking about here, we're talking about the skilled worker visa, which should get you to the next level in terms of employment and in terms of career, a better opportunity for you and your family. So basically, you must apply online for permanent residency, and how you apply depends on whether you're inside the UK and extending your current visa, inside the UK and switching from a different visa, or outside the UK and if you're coming to the UK. Okay, so we can just probably quickly go through this. So if you're applying from the outside of UK, you must apply online again, like I said, and you must check which documents you need to apply, and your partner and children will need to apply separately. Then you need to prove your identity and all that, have your fingerprints and photos taken at the visa application center. That basically helps you to get a biometric residence permit, and basically you will be told what to do once you apply. So I won't go through that now, but I just want to pass through so that you can see, if you're outside the UK, what you need to do. If you're inside the UK and extending your current visa, let's say that you have finished 5 years and you want to extend the skilled worker visa, you can usually, apply to extend if you have the same job as when you were given your previous permission to enter or stay in the UK. So if you are retaining the same job, then you are allowed to extend that visa. If your job is in the same occupation code, okay? So guys, there's something called occupation job. So don't come from being a nurse or something else and go to some other professional code and think that these people will extend your visa if you haven't applied for a change of visa. Okay, guys, so this is, you really have to understand these issues of visa and immigration, because you can really get entangled with the immigration offices. So you need to know what you are doing exactly. So basically, and the third one is if you're still working for the employer who gave you your current certificate of sponsorship. So that's why I was telling you guys, when you get this certificate of sponsorship, it does say what trust you're going to work for, it does say the role you're going to play, and it does say the start and the finish of your contract. That is what the certificate of sponsorship says, okay? The other thing is that this certificate of sponsorship goes into the visa application center with all your documents, etc. Once it goes there, then they issue your visa. All these people in the immigration office know X and X works in this trust. So if you want to change trust, guys, again, I tell you, you have to apply again. If before your 5 years is not finished, you have to apply again. So that is basically what it means. Then your partner or children will need to apply separately. And then the other caveat to this, to extending your visa, is you must not travel outside of the UK, Ireland, the Channel Islands, or the Isle of Man until you get a decision, guys. Your application will be withdrawn if you do so. So once you've applied, stay in the UK. Stay in the UK until you are approved. Because again, immigration have just so much going on. There's just so much issues with immigration, and so many people in the country, some coming illegally, some coming legally, some defrauding the system, some defrauding the government. So don't give the government a chance, or the immigration office a chance, to feel that you are like trying to defraud them or anything. Just stay in the UK until you are approved. So you may be able to switch to change to a skilled worker visa if you're already in the UK on a different type of visa. So basically, your partner or children will need to apply separately to switch their visa, okay? And again, you must not travel outside of the UK. Okay, so if you're in the UK and you have finished 5 years and you're applying for permanent residency, don't leave until you get your decision. Do not leave, okay? So again, just like I said, there are eligibility criteria. Your job meets the eligibility requirements, and you can speak, read, write, and understand English, okay? So that is basically backed up by the examination that you did, all right? So basically, you cannot switch to a skilled worker visa. You cannot want now to apply for permanent residency if you're on a visit visa. You can't, okay? So you can't apply for permanent residency if you're on a visit visa, if you're on a short-term student visa, if you're on a parent of a child student visa, if you're a seasonal worker visa, if you're on a domestic worker in a private household visa, if you're on immigration bail, or if because you were given permission to stay outside the immigration rules. For example, on compassionate grounds, you can't apply for permanent residency for that. So basically, as you go down, you will see that there are fees to pay, there is proving your identity and everything else, and how long it takes to get the decision and everything else. So I won't go through that again, because it's something I can go through another time. But then again, this is how you apply, and you must apply online. If you want to change your job again, guys, you must apply to update your visa. So that's what I was saying. If you want to change your job from this trust to this trust, you must change your employer, and you can include your partner and children in your application to stay in the UK if they are eligible. All right. So basically, how long does it take? You can apply for a visa for up to 3 months before the day you are due to start and work in the UK, and this date is listed on your certificate of sponsorship. Okay. So as part of your application, you need to prove your identity and provide your documents. Yeah. Now, if you're outside of the UK, and once you've applied online and you're outside of the UK, it will take you about 3 weeks to get a decision on your visa. Okay, which was the same as mine. Mine took about between 3 to 4 weeks, and I got the decision on my visa. If you're inside the UK, it may probably take 8 weeks. Okay, and you may be able to pay to get a faster decision. How you do this depends on whether you're outside the UK or inside the UK. Okay, so basically after this is how much it costs. So basically here, if you come here, there are costs that are involved, guys. So it is definitely not free that your family will come here for free, but you can apply for them to come, but you do have to have it is a process, and you do have to have like a certain amount of money and proof of funds, because they are coming as your dependents. So you do have to have proof of funds, money to support yourself, money to support them as well. Okay, so that is under the skilled worker visa. So what you can and you cannot do, just before I go there, if you're a doctor or a nurse and you work in health or adult social care, check if you're eligible to apply for the health care and care worker visa instead, which is cheaper to apply for, and you won't need to pay the annual immigration health surcharge. So they're giving you like a shorter way and easier way to apply. So what can you do? And with a skilled worker visa, you can work an eligible job, you can study, you can bring your partner and children with you as your dependents. So this is what I'm saying, guys. If you're planning to bring your partner and your children with you as your dependents, then you've got to have like a certain amount of money. They've got to have proof of funds. They need proof of identity as well, guys. So you can't just take somewhere from anywhere and say this is my daughter. There has to be like proof of identity, something like if the child, probably it's a birth certificate. If it's your partner, then you also have to let me just go down to the partner section. You have to it has to be, you have to prove your relationship, your husband, wife, or civil partner. They have to be either your husband, wife, or civil partner, or unmarried partner. And it has to be like a relationship which is recognized in the UK. Okay, your child of under 18, including if they were born in the UK or during their stay, and your child of over 18 if they are currently in the UK as your dependent. And for your partner, if you're you must be able to prove that you're in a civil relationship or marriage that is recognized in the UK. So that is what I have just said, and you've been living together in a relationship for at least 2 years when you apply. So there are some caveats here and there. You can bring them. People have brought them, but there are some caveats, guys. So before you apply for these visas, please go on to Gov.uk site. Check everything that you need to know. Probably, and start saving, because this could probably be like something that picks so much money from your pocket if you're not well prepared. So you need to really be well prepared, understand what you're applying for. You can also take on additional work in certain circumstances. You can do voluntary work. You can travel abroad and return to the UK. You can apply for permanent residency, which is also known as indefinite leave to remain, if you've lived in the UK for 5 years and you meet their eligibility requirements. So another thing, under this skilled worker visa, you cannot apply. You cannot apply for most benefits, that is public funds or the state pension. You can't, okay, because you're still under this visa. So once after the 5 years visa changed, then things change for you, because you'll be on a different visa. You're applying for permanent residency, so now you can apply for benefits if you're eligible. And then you also cannot change jobs or employer unless you apply to update your visa. Okay, so you can't just jump from this trust to this trust. You can't jump from this job to this job. You have to update your visa, because the visa was issued with the knowledge that you're under this trust. So if you want to go to somewhere else, some other job, you're free to do so, and unless you're free to do so, but you need to apply or update your visa. If your application is successful, you'll get a full list of what you can and you cannot do with your skilled worker visa. Again, guys, these things basically should not be complicated, but this site is really helpful, and basically it's something that I really wanted to discuss, because many people get a bit confused about visas and everything. What visa can I use to come to the UK? Guys, there are many types of visas that you can come with to the UK, and apart from skilled worker visa, studying, graduate visa, visitors visa, many visas, okay? And there is a lot, and everything about visas and immigration, as you can see, guys, is on this page. And I won't lie to you, everything is on this site. Everything is on this site. Everything that you need to know: seeking protection or asylum, traveling to the UK, living permanently in the UK. There is a lot, guys. And as I said, before you start these journeys, please do your research so that you can only get the best out of the best. Like I said, I will be bringing you everything I can find, just to help you guys grab more of these opportunities and come out here and try and grow your career, grow your family as well. It really helps, because it opens your eyes. This place opens your eyes, and it keeps you on the move, because you're always learning every day. You're learning everything. You're meeting new people. You're eating new kinds of foods every now and then. You are socializing with many different people, which is a bonus to your mental health. It's a bonus to your own personal life as well, guys. So basically, that is what I had for today, and I'll try as much as possible to keep bringing you more and more videos on immigration. Anything I find, whoever is hiring, I will put them out there so that you guys can get to hop onto this trend and get more opportunities, guys. So that's it for today. For those people who bumped on this channel for the first time, thank you so much for coming and supporting us. Please like, subscribe, share our videos, and put a comment down below. I will answer whatever I can answer. If I don't know, I will go and do my research and I'll come back and answer you guys. Don't be afraid to reach out in the comments. Ask any questions. I will be free to answer you as long as I am able to. And for those people who have supported us from day one, I thank you very much. We are growing as a family. We have just started this segment on immigration not too long ago, and guys are really supporting us. You are looking at the videos, you are seeing what is happening out there, you are more interested, and I'm really grateful for your support. You have liked our videos, you're commenting, you're subscribing, and you're sharing our videos to many other people. Share so that we can meet everyone's needs, guys. This is a channel where you have seen everything, and you see everything and anything. We make soaps and detergents, we make new recipes of foods, we show you how to maintain a small kitchen garden, how to do backyard farming. We do show you how to make healthy detoxes and juices and smoothies. And now we've started this immigration. We do cards, we do homemaking, we do anything that keeps your money in your pocket. We make for you jigs. We show you how to make jig. We show you how to make shampoo, soap, guys. I mean, you have everything under one roof. You have everything under this channel, guys. So keep following, keep subscribing, and liking our videos. And Thank you so much, and see you on the next one, and bye.